So today we are here to learn that shortcut technique by which we can find out the hybridization of the various molecules without actually drawing the hybrid diagrams. Hello my dear students, I am Mrs. Tanupreet Kaur Puri. Today we are going to study the concept of hybridization. Though you already know what is hybridization and we have dealt as to hybridization, hybrid orbital theories and that diagrams we have already dealt with. But is there any way by which I can adapt a shortcut technique by which I can calculate the hybridization of the various given species? Now the thing is, suppose in the examination you get what is the hybridization of PCl5, what is the hybridization of CH4. So am I supposed to draw the hybrid diagrams, or is there any shortcut way by which I can simply calculate it and pen down my hybridization? So yes, of course there is a shortcut technique by which you can do so. So today we are here to learn that shortcut technique by which we can find out the hybridization of the various molecules without actually drawing the hybrid diagrams. So let's see what this technique is. Now we have learned these various hybridizations. We know that there is sp hybridization, sp2, sp3, then the d orbital starts involving. We have got sp3d, then sp3d2 and sp3d3. Now how do I find a shortcut way? Now let's see, I'm writing some numbers over here under each hybridization. Now if you look here, S and P, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So these numbers are actually coming from these by counting these orbitals. Now let's see how we can calculate the hybridization. It's very simple, very easy, a trick by which you can calculate the hybridization very fast. Now suppose I tell you I have a methane molecule. What you have to remember is that carbon is the central atom. Just remember the valence electrons. The valence electrons are 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is forming 4 bonds with the hydrogen. Simply count the number of bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 means sp3 hybridization. Now suppose I have got a water molecule. Oxygen is the central atom. Now its valence electrons are 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is bonded with 2 hydrogen. I am not concerned with the shape and the geometry here. I am going to find out the hybridization. So I am not drawing the accurate shape and geometry. Here the hybridization was sp3. Now here there are 2 hydrogen atoms. Every lone pair is counted as 1. So you have got 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it is having 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. After counting, the number is coming as 4. So the hybridization is sp3. So here there were only bond pairs, here there are lone pairs too. So you have to remember every lone pair is counted as 1. Now let's see the example of ammonia, NH3. Nitrogen in the valence shell has got 5 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 are bonded with the hydrogen, as you can see in the formula, and 1 is the lone pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The hybridization comes out to be sp3. So now you know that the hybridization can be sp3 even if there is a lone pair or a bond pair. Now let's see for PCl5. Now phosphorus in the outermost shell has 5 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see it is forming 5 bonds with the Cl. So count the bonds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 represents here sp3d. Now suppose I take ClF3. This is a very interesting one. Chlorine in the outermost has got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 are bonded with the fluorine and 2 are coming as lone pair. Every lone pair has to be ascertained a particular number. So this comes out to be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 again means sp3d. Now let's take another example. Suppose I have got SF4. Sulfur in the outermost has 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 are bonded with the fluorine and 1 is the lone pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 again comes sp3d. So you come to know that there may be 1 lone pair, 2 lone pair or only bond pairs. You can have this different hybridization. Now let's take another example. Suppose I have got XeO3. Xenon is a noble gas. A noble gas has got its octet complete, so 8 electrons in the outermost shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is bonding with the oxygen by a double bond. So double bond O and double bond O and only 1 lone pair is left. Every lone pair was counted as 1. In the same way, every double bond will be counted as 1. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 means sp3. Now suppose, let me say I have an example of XeOF4. Xenon has 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 4 are bonded with the fluorine. 1 is bonded with the O by a double bond and 1 is left as the lone pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 becomes sp3d2. So this is a very simple way by which you can find out the hybridization of many of the molecular species, though it's not that feasible for coordination compounds. Coordination compounds are like this technique cannot apply for them. We have a different strategy for them. So this is a very simple technique by which you can come to know the hybridization without actually drawing the hybrid diagrams. And this technique can be applied for competitive level for your foundation courses of IIT and other courses. So learn this technique and a whisk of a second you will get the hybridization. Thank you so much.